I don't think many of us thought Texas was going to win this game. Um, those uniform, I don't know. Speaking from a UT perspective, from someone who went to the school, who's followed this team your entire life, um, that uniform and those colors, they'll fool you. Um, because for years before this past 5 years of being awful, um, those colors in that uniform have a history of being great, of expecting something great to happen. You're not always going to win, but the Texas Longhorns, for so many years, were one of the most competitive football teams and programs in the country. So even in a situation like this, where you have a team that's 6-6 going into a bad bowl matchup against Arkansas, and you don't think you're going to win the game, but when the game starts, you're thinking, man, do we have a shot here? And then you play offense, you know you don't. This team is going to go nowhere unless they find a quarterback. Tyrone Swoops has regressed so much worse than I thought it could ever happen. I was at the UCLA game in Dallas where I thought he played pretty well, and I thought you saw something. Hey, you can build off this. Um, and it's been downhill ever since. Even during the winning streak that Texas had, he was the worst part of the team, especially on the offensive side. Um, the defense didn't play great today, but once again, it's hard to keep throwing them under the bus because the offense can't do anything. Um, Look, these are two programs on two, going two different ways right now. Arkansas has been ascending the last 2 years, especially this season. They're going to be great next year. For Texas, no one knows. No one knows if it's going to be just this again. Will it be worse? Will it be better? Um, I don't know. It's hard when it comes to Strong and evaluating his first year on the job. These aren't his guys. Um, at the same time, he's implemented a lot of new stuff. And when it comes to offense, it's so pedestrian. It's so bad. Um, I don't know if it's just that's the quarterback you got to work with, and that's holding everything back. Because at one point, the Horns in the overall ran like 33 plays and had 29 yards. Um, so look, congrats to Arkansas. They clearly were way better than Texas, and they're way better than being the last place team in the SEC West. Um, and Bielema is a great coach, and he's got his plan going, and they're going to be fine. Um, Texas, I'm just glad it's over. I'm glad the season's over with. We'll see what happens with recruiting. This can't help because that's the thing you got to ask. Defensively, we've done pretty good on recruiting side. Getting Malik Jefferson, of course, was huge. Defensively, I think we're going to be fine. But if you're an offensive player, if you're especially in the state of Texas, if you're in the state of Texas and you play, if you're an elite quarterback, running back, wide receiver, especially a wide receiver or a quarterback, and you look at that, what part of that makes you want to come to Austin? What part of that makes you like, hey, I want to be a part of that? When you've got Baylor rolling things up, when you've got Texas A&M rolling on offense, there's a problem there. So, look, I'm proud of the way the team was able to fight during the season to get bowl eligible, and that was a big deal. I knew when we drew Arkansas, it wasn't going to be pretty, and that's what it turned out to be. But I just hated the way I think the worst part was not even just that the score got out of hand, but just that when the second half hit, it was over. And it was pretty much 2 quarters of Arkansas just trying to run the clock off so they can get the trophy and go home. There was no competition. And that's the worst part about it. No competition whatsoever today. So, congrats, Hogs. They deserve it. As for Texas, yeah, we got a rough one. It's a rough one here. So, Hook'em Horns, Texas fight. We're going to have to find some kind of fight because this is bad. And Tyrone Swoops can't be the quarterback next year. If Gerard Hurd's the answer, I don't know, but it can't be much worse what we've seen this year. It's been bad. So, Hook'em. See you guys next time.